And if I were TOB, I would go for priority, you know, because that just makes sense. You have the Nolan, you have Valentina, you have this Hilda as well. So that means that you will want to go for your staple XP laners that actually win or at least get the lane prio on their side. Like Terizla, for example, comes to mind. I'm not sure if TOB actually played the Lapu-Lapu, but that's also a hero that they can also pick up against Homeboys. And for now, Homeboys, they are banning out Brody. Yes, makes a lot of sense. That means that they are eyeing for either Claude, perhaps, on their side.
Yeah. That seems like a very viable pick because Claude already does really well, especially when you want to group up together in the farmers ult. And it kind of goes both ways because of the Valentina.
Yeah. It's also really good maneuverability-wise, right? When you get dove on by a Nolan, when those damage fractures start to stack, you need a way to blink out of that, and that Claude definitely gives him an option to go for. But at this point, I feel like TOB, they might just double down on that. Zia has mentioned many times before that he has a massive hero pool in the gold lane, but he decided Khalid first. We need to take away the setters, the guys who can stop our Nolan from being a threat.
I think they're purposely letting Homeboys get the Claude so that eventually they get Harith for TOB. Zia played the mage role before.
You're right.
And it kind of makes sense because, again, your resilience allows you to kind of have, you know, essentially immunity against the Minotaur. You deal so much damage that you overload the Joy when the Joy is locked down. And it's another lane prio hero. So I will not be surprised if TOB eventually goes for something like a Harith.
I mean, it's either like they go Harith or they just fall back to lane prio, which is going to be Beatrix most of the time, right? But it really depends because they're giving up one thing for another. We see the Terizla and they're giving the priority. Oh, okay. So let's take it one step further. Now that we have lane priority on the EXP side, the gold lane says no matter what you pick, TOB, you take Claude, you take Beatrix, you take Harith, at the very least, I'm going to get one of the picks back to actually force back the gold lane into our favor.
And Ryzel getting on a hero with a winning matchup is very, very important, right? That's one of the reasons Homeboys have been able to snowball and also yet play for the late game with Ryzel. So keeping this as a counter pick for the last choice is smart, but TOB go for the hair, dude. Wolf has called it again! How?
Why are you so hot?
No! It's ridiculous at this point, but the damage comes through as well from Mielo. So they set up perfectly for, this is kind of it's a dive, but they don't dive to the back. It's a dive that goes kind of front to back just to disperse some of the front to back composition that Homeboys wants to build for themselves. And now you're in a tough spot, right? When you want to go against the Harith, do they double down on someone who can counter the Harith in lane, or get a physical damage carry? The answer, I think, needs to be physical damage. They have a bit too much magical damage already built up. But still, Wolf, you're disgusting.
It's crazy that he is a man of faith and still a virgin. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I really don't. It's just, how do you pull this off? And now Homeboys now devolving down back down to an almost set-like marksman to kind of help out the rest of the team. It's like, well, lane priority is already going to be difficult. The 1v1s are going to be difficult. I might as well play to scale and also help out the rest of my team.